Hey, what up? Another weekly wrap up. Guess I'll call it. Got done with the workout, obviously. Got the good old neon towel as always. My hoodie is what I usually like to wear. Weather hasn't been too cold. Very grateful for that. Just want to fill everyone in on what's going on. I gotta actually make this pretty quick because in about less than an hour and a half, I need to go to a class at the local hospital right here where my wife's going to be giving birth. It's a maternity tour from 9:30 to 11. Get acclimated with the hospital, where to go, where she gives birth, where to register. She's due in April 13 is the due date, so do the math. It is right around the corner. And last weekend, I was very busy. I had to take 2 birthing classes with my wife last Saturday and Sunday from 9:30 to 1 o'clock. It's considered an express class. I don't feel like I needed to take like the full. I don't know. They have classes for like weeks on end, and it's just I don't think it's necessary. I think it's a way for them to make money, but more information is good. But last weekend, the classes were very informative. There were about 14 or 15 couples, including me and my wife and I, and it was in an auditorium. And they talk about just what to expect. My wife was able to practice how to push, the psychology behind, after you give birth. And this is obviously more towards 99% of it's, for my wife, but as a partner, there are things that I need to understand too, and how to respond to any challenges that come along. Now, any book that you read, I've been told, I wouldn't say throw it out the window, but a lot of it's just natural instincts, and you do want to do your own research and go with your gut feeling. But it's a huge, it's probably one of the biggest responsibilities, parenthood, and I'm very excited, but a little bit nervous, obviously. But I think we're going to be well prepared. They talked about how giving birth, unless it's a C-section, which you won't know till later, can be a marathon. For my wife, okay, I'm not trying to I got the easy part. Let's just keep it real, okay? So I'm not playing victim at all, but being supportive, being there, and it could go many, many hours. And they were talking about how even when there's a moment, you don't want to miss anything, but there are going to be moments where you're going to be so exhausted, and you might have a small window where you might want to take a 20-minute power nap, and they could wake you up and then be back for your wife for support, because a lot of times if you're just like this and nothing's happening for a while, that's a good opportunity to get snacks. Make sure you're going to be exhausted, but just to be there for her. Other things I learned: when the baby's born, the instructor kind of said all babies, male or female, they look like weird-looking old men. And she passed around this big poster, and some babies, when they're initially born, I didn't know this, their head is cone-headed and it tends to go away. Should go away. That's why a lot of times they put a beanie over the head to make it look cuter. That'll go away. Their hands are usually close-fisted at times. It's very blue. You got to remember the kid's in the womb for over 9 months, so it's the first time they're getting out in the real world, obviously, so their hands can turn very blue, but they'll do tests and stuff and make sure it's okay. But that's not a sign of lack of oxygen for the most part if you have a healthy baby. So there's a lot of information, because as a first-time parent, you're gonna start getting paranoid. I'm still gonna be cautious and look out for any warning signs. But some kids, coming out of the womb, they're even like cross-eyed for a little bit, and then it fixes itself. These are just a lot of things that are just very informative that I didn't know. But today's very low-key. It's just going to be a tour of the hospital, like I said. So that is it's just right around the corner. Going to enter the next chapter of my life. I've been this week at work's been good. Last week was pretty tiring, and last weekend was very tiring because, like I said, I had the 2 classes, and then I pumped out 2 workouts before, so I had to hurry up, and I got to hurry up pretty soon. Just getting about 5 minutes. The other thing, what else? Not much. just going to work. And I will say I've been kind of overeating in the nighttime a little bit. I've discussed this before, and breakfast and lunch throughout the day, I'm so busy and stuff. It's not an issue, and it's not an issue right now because if I just dial down for a day or two, it'll go back to normal. But you know, like last night, it's snacking. I try not to buy too many snacks, but I bought these like pretzel thins. I was dipping in peanut butter watching the Warriors game, and I'm just like eating and eating and eating. I wasn't getting the sensation of fullness. And then what I noticed is like in the morning time, my stomach's like if it's like flat like this, it's a little bit distended a little bit, but it'll go away. But it's just something that I would like to just kind of keep it at bay, cut back a little bit, because once we have our daughter, if I continue to eat like this, I'm still going to work out, but let's be honest, am I going to be able to hit every workout with the same amount of intensity? Not to make excuses, but if I'm sleep deprived, no, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I have bigger and better responsibilities when I have a child, and the lifestyle change. So that's just something to keep in mind. But I know it's going to be hard, challenging, but nonetheless, it should be good. So that's about it. I'll keep you guys filled in, and thanks for all your support. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.